how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In this video, I'm playing with the new Gemini 2 palette from Melt Cosmetics. The original Gemini is one of my favorite palettes of all time. Let me grab it really quick. I love this palette. I think it is beautiful. I low-key almost bought it again because of the new packaging, but I decided that was so silly, and my original one still is perfectly fine, but they complement each other so well. Such beautiful color stories. I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to pair them together. I know for a fact I'm gonna do an Instagram video / TikTok with this again by itself, but I might do another one pairing them together. Let me know if you want to see that, because I can definitely do that. I'm super excited about this launch. I'm really glad the original Gemini is back because so many people have been wanting it for quite a while, but it's been out of stock. A lot of people thought it was discontinued forever, and now the sister is out. It's Gemini 2. It is absolutely stunning. I love these tones. I think it is so delicious and amazing, and I can't wait to dive into it. I'm gonna be doing close-ups of the palette, swatches. I'll be doing the look that you see right here, and then at the end of the video, I will be doing swatch comparisons with the Give Me Glow Vintage Rose, because I had some people request that. Before we get into it though, let me just quickly give you my accessory details. I don't have much, but these plugs are from Hear No Evil Jewelry on Etsy. You can use my code battybean for 10% off. All right, let's just move in, chat more about the palette, dive into it, swatch it, all that good stuff. I am just so obsessed with the packaging. It is absolutely stunning. It is complimentary to the new release of the original Gemini, which is why I was so tempted to pick it up again, but not gonna buy things just for packaging. That is so silly, but this is beautiful. I'm obsessed, and the insides are glorious. We have 10 delicious shades of deep grungy olive into a darker cranberry into lighter rosy tones. So incredibly beautiful. I love these vibes. I love a dusty grungy moment, and I'm so excited that this exists. Melt Cosmetics palettes do typically get hit or miss reviews. I've personally yet to meet a Melt palette that I don't like, and I know some of you feel the same way, because that's why I was convinced to finally buy some of the palettes that got negative reviews. I personally never have had an issue. I think the mattes blend nicely. I think the shimmers are really pretty. They're just nice and rich. They're not crazy sparkly, but they just have that richness to them, which I do appreciate. I will give my thoughts so far though at the end of the video once I get into it, but in the meantime, we're just gonna hop on into the tutorial, and then I will get into those swatch comparisons with the Vintage Rose. Hello, hello. You know what, actually, I want a coffee before we get started. Hold please. All right, ready to rock and roll. So on top of playing with the palette, I also did order a sex foil, and I've never tried these, so I'm excited. And my good friend Rachel gifted me a couple blush lights, the cream ones. I've already tried them and I love them. Well, let me rephrase. I've tried this formula before and I love it, but I haven't used the new colors, and one of them is Daydreamer. I thought that would go so well with this palette, so we're gonna play with that. At this point, I've done all of my makeup except for like blush and highlight on my face, so I have on my tinted moisturizer, my concealer, a little bit of setting powder under my eyes, and a cream bronzer stick, so we're just gonna dive right in with blush. I have my makeup sponge here. This one is from Salon Cosmetics, and I love it. Just gonna start with the little nose. Just gonna grab little bits at a time because I don't want it to get too carried away too fast. I love this formula. One of my favorite cream blush formulas ever. Yeah, that one is pretty pigmented, isn't it? Ooh, we're gonna have to just blend that out. It's okay, it'll all be okay. I hope you are doing super well today, by the way. I'm getting ready for work, and I'm just so stoked to be playing with this palette. The second it got announced that it was a thing, I was like, yep, that's mine, I'm buying that. This color is really, really pretty. Darker blush can be very scary and intimidating, but as long as you just go in with a light hand and build it up slowly, it can be quite a lovely product to play with. I do want to just take my Freck XL really quick and just pop on a couple fake freckles, because I like to do that before I go in with highlights. Just like to darken the spots that I already have and add this one over here because I think it's cute. I think I'm just gonna add a couple today. I'm not gonna go too ham, just a couple. Let them sit for just a second, and then I will lightly just start kind of pouncing over top just so that they mesh into the skin nicely. All right, now it's highlight time. I bought the shade Fetish. Just thought it was pretty and kind of unique. I don't really have a pinky liquid highlight. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. I haven't worn this yet. I have swatched it, but I have not worn it. I'm a little scared. I'm just gonna take what's on my finger there and then just lightly dab it onto the face. I'm so picky with liquid highlights. There are only a couple that I like in my entire collection. Well, that I've just tried in general, not even just in my collection. Okay. It didn't make my makeup bunch up, so that's a good sign. So far, so good. It's not the most like beaming, intense highlight, but it's pretty. I kind of like the soft, pinky, pearly situation. Just gonna take the leftovers on the nose and just kind of dab over everything. I like it. I don't know if I'm shouting from the rooftops about it. I mostly just bought this so that I could get free shipping with the 20% off that they were doing. So this wasn't a need. I don't think I regret it though. I think it's cute. What I'm gonna do now is just take a little bit more of my KVD Beauty Lock-It setting powder just to hit up the creases around my nose, on my chin, just the areas that kind of move through talking throughout the day, being expressional. I think I'm just gonna leave the rest of myself nice and dewy. Sometimes I'll put the NYX High Gloss all over the rest of my face, but I think today I'm just gonna leave it nice and creamy. I'm gonna spray with the Urban Decay Vitamin C setting spray, and then we'll go on to the eyes. I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I'm just gonna smear this on and blend it out. All right, we have this gorgeousness to work with. I think I wanna start, oh, I don't know, maybe this shade here. I'm just gonna take that shade on this Blend Bunny B5 brush, and I'm just gonna slowly start swirling that through my crease, just building it up nice and slow. I really want this to kind of be my lightest shade in this look. I don't want anything too light today. I want it to be pretty dark and pretty grungy and also pretty concentrated to my eye itself. I don't really want it blown out super far, but who knows? It might end up getting to that point because sometimes it just takes over and I start to embrace the blend and it gets really big, and that's okay too. I love a big blown out look. It's really pretty. That blends like a dream. Wonder if this palette's gonna get hit or miss reviews. I feel like they all do, but I always love them. A Melt palette has never done me dirty. And so far, so good. So next, I think I wanna take this shade Boy Mum. It's very cute. That color speaks to my soul. And with that, I'm gonna take this B1 brush from Blend Bunny. I'm just going to stamp that really tight in the crease. I think I will just go ahead and take it all the way across, but I'm just gonna keep it as tight as possible. And I'll use the other shade to help blend it out. I love this murky kind of brownish, grayish olive. It's just so dingy and grungy and wonderful. Just gonna take a little bit more now of that first shade on that first brush, just to lightly blend at the edges. So pretty. I'm actually just gonna wipe that brush off so it's fairly clean and just do a little bit more blending along the edges. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Betty Jean, this is getting very blown out. Yeah, I changed my mind. I love a blown out look. What can I say? I think I wanna just go ahead and do the lid now. So I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Primer because I use it with every shimmer ever. Just gonna take that on this old SL Miss Glam packing brush. I've had this for 5 million years back in the BoxyCharm days. It's still sometimes a really solid brush to use just to smear shadow all over the lid, especially if I don't want to do anything cut creasy. I really want to take Mateo right here. It is such a beautiful shade. Oh my gosh, it's just dingy and sparkly and amazing. Oh yes. It's just so dark and amazing and beautiful. I love, and I'm just gonna take one of my brushes from before. It doesn't really matter which one. I'm just making sure the edges are nice and flowing into my crease. It's so pretty. So now for the lower lash line, I think I wanna take Lovesick. Such a beautiful color, my goodness. I'm gonna take a Blend Bunny B3 brush for that. And I'm just gonna smear that along the lower lash line. So pigmented, holy moly. Just gonna take that all the way across. I think I actually wanna use Sweetheart to blend that one out. I'm actually gonna use my Blend Bunny B5 brush from before. I just wiped it off so that it's fairly clean. And I'm just gonna go to town on this lower lash situation, just to get it nice and smoky and diffused. I feel like this was a really good addition to the OG Gemini. And I'm really happy Gemini's back because They really had people thinking that was never coming back. So I'm really glad it did because it's one of my favorite palettes of all time. And next I want to take Schmood. I'm going to take that on this little Luxie brush. It is a 111. And I'm just going to smudge that right up against the lashes, starting in the front and just letting it feather towards the outer. So I love some lower lash line shimmer. I think it is so pretty. Oh, and there isn't really an inner corner shade, is there? Usually I would use my powder highlight, but I used a liquid highlight today. Maybe I'll use one of my Molten Chrome gels from Unearthly Cosmetics because I haven't been using these enough lately. This is the Molten Chrome number 12. It has little glitters in it and it's cute. Has little kind of sea foam and pink reflex. So I think it'll actually kind of complement nicely. Just add a little twinkle, a little something something. Might even drag the tiniest bit, just like inwards a little bit, just to add a little extra sparkle. And that about does it for this look. I think it's really pretty, simple but bold and grungy. I like the touch of the sparkle added. I'm just gonna finish off this look. I'm going to throw on my lashes, an eye pencil, and something on my lips. I'll probably throw on a Melt liquid lipstick. That should be fun. And I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here's how the final look turned out. I think it is so pretty. It's dark and grungy and autumnal. It is halfway to Halloween and I am missing fall in the vibes and spooky season so bad. So this look just fuels my soul right now. I think it's so pretty, so fun. I can't wait to play with this some more. I'm definitely gonna do an Instagram video as soon as I can. I'll get to it when I get to it, I promise you that. I love this. I think it came out really good. The eye pencil I threw in is Sisters from the Colourpop Hocus Pocus collab. I just wanted a metallic red to kind of play off of that lower lash line some more. My lashes are the Annoying Lashes from Spoiled Lips, and this may be my last time using them. They're kind of on their last leg. And the lip I chose is Ebony from Melt Cosmetics. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. It is the most beautiful, deep, deep brown. It almost looks black, but it's a dark brown and it is so pretty. It's gonna flatter so many skin tones. I always recommend a dark brown lip. I think it is beautiful. So yeah, this is the look complete. I hope you like it. Let's go ahead and move on to the swatch comparisons with the Vintage Rose palette from Give Me Glow. And then we will finish up this video. All right, so that was my video playing with the new Melt Cosmetics Gemini 2 palette. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun creating this look, playing with some of those complexion products as well. I think this came out really pretty. I just love the dark, bold eye with the dark, bold lip. It is fueling my soul and I am so obsessed. So far, so good on the palette. Let's see, I used, I think 4 of the mattes, and we used both shimmers. So we've used more than half of the palette at this point. I'm excited to dive into it some more and just kind of get more of a feel for it. Obviously, I don't have a full in-depth review yet because I've only played with it one time, but so far so good. And like I mentioned before, I've personally never met a Melt palette that I don't like, so I really am not fearful that this isn't gonna work for me. So far, I'm loving it. And I can't wait to play with it some more. I could see this becoming one of my go-to grungy fall palettes for sure. Even grungy winter. Grungy all year long in this household, honestly. I would love to hear your thoughts though. Did you pick this up? Do you want to pick it up? Do you have the OG Gemini? Which of those do you like more? I think if I had to pick, I would still go for the OG Gemini because the mustards and olives, one of my favorite color combos ever. I love playing with these. This is one of the best blacks I have in my collection. This is such a staple palette for me. I could never live without it, but I'm loving the new one. I think it complements really well and I just can't wait to give it some more love. Side note, if you need inspiration with the Gemini palette, I have done so many videos with that palette. I'm pretty sure I've done multiple looks videos. I've probably done standalone videos. I've done a lot with that palette. So if you need inspo, you can go check it out. Anyways, if you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me, I don't know, why don't you just leave me some grungy, like dark pink, red, green emojis, that kind of vibe. Let's fit the color story today. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.